Hi guys, it's me, Jeannie, the Witch of Boise, and I'm here to do your pick a card reading for your Leo season messages. And this is for all zodiac signs. It's not just for Leo, although it can be amplified more if you have a lot of Leo in your zodiac chart. So make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me which card you chose. I want to see what options you guys have chosen and if it resonates with you. I'd love to read those comments. And any interactions with this video does help build my channel, so I really do appreciate it. These are going to be general readings, so if it resonates with you, that is awesome. And I want to hear about it in the comments. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. It's going to be a total of 3 different choices, so you can listen to all 3 of them and kind of see what resonates with you. Don't try to force something that isn't there for you. All right, so Leo season is from July 23rd through August 22nd. So we're going to have these messages that are going to be happening during this time frame. There are 3 choices. They're all stones that are associated with the Leo sign. And that I got it out of the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. So if you're wondering how I associated those stones and crystals, it's because of this bad boy right here. All right, so let's go over the choices. So number 1 is going to be ruby. Number 2 is going to be calcite. And then number 3 is going to be kunzite. All right, pick a cat, any cat, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with number 1. So number 1, ruby, is shine. Beautiful. Also in the Crystal Bible, ruby is about balancing the heart. It is a powerful shield against the psychic attacks that you might experience from other people. And it also does help shield from draining heart energy as well. And this is also a great stone for positive dreams. Oh, I love that. You had 2 songs come on. The first song was Master of Art by Laura Stevenson. And the second one was We've Been Had by the Walkmen. All right, so let me get your cards out. Okay, so your tarot cards are in the Witch's Tarot deck. This is the shadow side, but in traditional tarot, it is the Devil card. Do not freak out. Then we have the 6 of Swords. And then we have Death. And our clarifying card is the 4 of Wands. So there is with the Devil card, there's some sort of energy that's really holding you back. It's something that's chaining you from being your true authentic self. It's just definitely something that's holding you back. Now, this can be also obsessions, bad habits, even addictions, things like that, where you just need to be really watchful of that kind of energy. And it's just kind of asking yourself, what's holding me back? What am I chained to? And it's releasing that chain and getting that freedom. And once you start to do that, you're going to really see yourself going into a completely different direction than you are right now. I think for a lot of you, though, is that you have been really complacent and have been feeling a bit safe. And that's going to be really ending. There's an energy here that's telling me where you just have to trust your stability. You have to trust your foundation. You have to trust what you have been building for quite some time. And it's time for a new change, a new chapter. And it's just like this ending of this complacentness. I just feel like whatever has been holding you back, you've just felt really comfortable with it. So you were just like, this is fine. Like, I can live with this. This is fine. And it has to end. And it's just like this radical movement that's happening. And you just have to trust it. You just have to trust this energy and trust your foundations. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I think you have been really working on your foundations. You've been really working on your own stability. And so this is the time to really actually show yourself how much you've grown and how much you have solidified yourself. And then we have the Deer in reverse, and this is also number 4, which is interesting with that 4 of Wands. So the Deer in reverse in this deck is about, it's forcing situations is not the way to go. It's living and projecting your fear and negativity. So there's this fear that's happening, and it's really projecting that energy. And I feel like that's definitely this Devil card. Love is going to be the key. It's going to be the key to everything. And I think you're going to start to really realize that, ooh, this kind of weirds me out. Sometimes these messages that I get, that I try to make it as easy for anyone to really get that message, and I don't want it to be too catered to me. Sometimes it resonates so much with me, and it's just like screaming at me. But the thing is that you are in this like beautiful energy to receive so much, and it's going to be this love energy as well. So you might even find yourself in a partnership that is going to come out of nowhere. This is not something that you've expected. And you're going to really realize how far you've come with it. But for some of you, you're really looking for the power of yourself. And you're going to experience that power when you can balance love and compassion. And that's the only way you'll be able to experience this intense, powerful energy and the just power in general. So then we have Milky Way perspective. And this is a huge energy too, where you have to start putting things into perspective. Things that you might think are a huge deal really aren't. You know, or the things that you've been like shrugging off or just saying it's fine, it really isn't. So you need to really put yourself in a different perspective and see things from a different angle. And I think you're going to really start to see this energy of what's holding you back, and it's going to be really much more clear to you, especially if you're like, I don't know what she's talking about. Put yourself in a different perspective, for real. Then we have Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So this is a sign to just step outside. I know it's really hot. It's really hot here in Boise. The whole world is on a heat wave right now. But if you can and it's safe, make sure that you do just step outside, get some fresh air, just kind of reconnect with the earth. Throw your shoes off, go into the grass or ground, dirt, something. And even if it's like a 5-minute thing, just deep breaths and everything. And I think you're going to really start to see yourself, ground yourself, and get into that new perspective. Then we have Hearth, which is happiness in our hearts and homes. So this is just telling me, like, especially if you're not really happy in your life right now, maybe you're not feeling that love. The thing is Leo, and the body part that it is about is the heart. So you're going to really start to experience that heart and that happiness in your heart and happiness at home. So you just have to be able to get this energy, especially if you're having issues with that. Then we have 52, void of the course, moon, missing. So I feel like that there's something that is missing in your life. And it could be even like once you remove and you figure out what this devil energy is and you release those chains, it might feel like that there is a void or there is something that's missing. But the thing is that you have to be focusing on this heart chakra. You have to be focusing on your heart and love and I think this is going to really go away with that almost like emptiness feeling. Then we have 38, which is earth element stability. And so this is going to be a time where once this radical energy is happening, where this ends and it's going to feel a little bit chaotic, it's just knowing that, hey, I have created myself a stable environment, a stable energy, and I'm going to be able to withhold and withstand anything. So it's just that, and it's honing in on those earth signs too. All right, then we have number 12, gates of heaven. So let me just grab that book really quick. Okay, gates of heaven. All beings have an ultimate spiritual destiny of happiness and freedom. What have I been saying? Oh my gosh. Beloved Kuan Yin shines tireless compassion upon all life to this end. Yet sometimes attachments, which is that devil energy, lower vibrational beings, entities, and elementals, all the devil energy, become frightened of divine love and believe they will do better to hide in human energy fields instead. This blocks progress towards liberation, where human beings and lower vibrational beings can pass through the gates of heaven into peace, bliss, and homecoming to the spiritual source of all life. So, wow, what a confirmation of that whole reading. This is just saying, like, you have to have that divine love. And I think a lot of you are really going to experience this and during this Leo season. But I think the thing is to really start to open your heart up. And I think you're going to be really surprised by things that are going to happen. And I also feel like with some of you, it might even be, if you already are in a relationship as well, you might start to feel this Leo season where, you know what, this relationship isn't it, you know? It doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but this just is really holding me back from my goals, my dreams, and all of that. So it's just really kind of opening up your heart and also showing compassion to yourself and others. All right, guys, that is it for number 1. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, and comment below. Tell me if you chose it. We are on to number 2, which is Calcite, and this is relaxation. What a beautiful card. All right, so Calcite is also about amplifying energies. Now, this is a cleansing stone, so it can cleanse the stone, but this is also just depending on how you use it. The amplifying energies can be good or bad. It does help speed up growth and development, and it opens one up to higher awareness and psychic abilities. Really beautiful. You had a total of 3 songs that came on during your reading. The first one was Chowder by Home Shake. The second one was Little Plastic Castle by Annie DeFranco. And then the third was How Are You Doing by the Living Sisters. All right. So let me get your cards out here. Get those out. Okay, so your tarot cards, you had a bunch. You had the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Cups in reverse, the 10 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Devil, 3 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's an energy here where you are really paused. You don't know which action to take essentially. There's something that you're really stuck on, and your heart tells you something, your head tells you another. So it's a really kind of like a stalemate energy. It's time to really let go. It's being present and let go of this control, because all you're doing is creating a massive illusion, and that's what's really starting to hold you back. And I think you're going to really start to see yourself in a different light. I think for some of you during this Leo season, you really need to watch your alcohol intake. This is also something that you need to really watch the energy of the people you surround yourself with. I think some of you are going to really start to see that maybe your friends aren't really your friends and that they don't have your back, or vice versa, that these are really truly great people and they have your back. But it's just really a warning sign of overindulgence and just something that's chaining you down. So you really need to make this decision and get to an alignment in order to move forward. But it really is time to just let go. Let go, let go, let go. And then you have number 12, porcupine, but this is in the reverse. And then you have number 51, jaguar. So for porcupine in reverse, you cannot succeed by being too serious. You can overcome distrust, and especially if you found yourself not being able to trust or someone has destroyed your trust, by joyful energy. And it's just kind of that like letting things go. So it's just stop getting so wrapped up on really, really small things. And even some of these bigger things too, where it's like, well, it happened. So if I'm just going to dwell on it, all I'm going to do is dwell on it. So it's letting it go and just having joy in your heart. It's also really a great time to be vulnerable. Express things that have hurt you. But again, it's that letting go of it as well. So express it and then be able to, hey, you know what? It happened. Let's move forward from it. And, you learn a lesson to not repeat that same situation. And then with jaguar, it's about integrity, impeccability. It's karma. So karma is really getting to start to really show itself to you this Leo season. It's going to show you the penalties of inappropriate behavior. So if you've been not very nice to people, you will see this effect. And this is just going to go with anyone and everyone during this time, but you're going to really, really see it. But this is also going to be the time where it offers rewards for good deeds. So it's not the time to like, oh, well, I'm going to get good karma, so I'm going to do this, But it's the thing is that if you have been putting out love and joy and releasing this kind of icky devil energy, you're going to really start to see it come back to you. It's just like you're getting the energy that you're putting out. All right, then we have wind activation. I think you're really going to start to see, since you've had this like standstill, once you decide this decision and you start to say, yes, I'm going to do this, you're really going to start to see things moving. So don't be afraid of change. Because guess what, butterfly maiden, it's transformation. Transformation's going to be coming. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So that's exactly what's happening. So this is going to activate change and this energy that's going to start to clear out kind of this ick. And you're going to be able to be in the present, and you're going to see yourself just completely transform, and possibly your life and things that are happening in your life. You're just going to see this massive change. Then we have midnight, the most magical hour of all. I suggest, if you can, stay up till midnight. If you can't, like I work during the weekdays and that sometimes is not a go. But like during the weekends or your time off, it's really great to stay up at midnight and, just start to manifest. Start to ask yourself, even if you're not into like witchcraft and things like that, or spells, just ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want in your life? What do you want to change? And it's the time that you can actually conjure that beautiful magic. And then you have number 26, second house, owning. So for me, a lot of times this is like possessions usually, but whenever I get this card, I always think like own up to it. So it's seeing the illusions that have been happening and seeing yourself in a different kind of perspective too, where it's owning up to what has happened and owning up to your own behavior. And things are going to start to change when that happens. So you just got to own up to anything and everything that you do. So it's not that you're going to be like questioned hardcore, but it's just like, you know what? You made an active choice towards this. You got to own up to it. All right. And then you have number 17, Leo. I will. So I will own up to it. So this is just really signifying this beautiful fire Leo energy that's happening too. But this is the I will. So you're going to actually get things going and get manifestations because you will. Then you have number 30, and that's spin the silken thread divine. Let me get my little book. Okay, so in creating precious silks, there is a sorting process, sifting out that which is broken to find that which is precious and pure. You're commencing a new cycle, beloved, and it is time to allow for that which is more precious and pure, that which you wish to take with you into the future, to continue and to release that which does not align with your true heart. Sometimes we need to help ourselves access the new cycle by releasing vows from this and other lifetimes. Releasing old emotional patterns, calling in wisdom and talents from past lifetimes, and you are guided to accept this healing right now. And this is totally what is happening, where you are evaluating things that are, like I said, with like the friend thing, it's evaluating things that are happening in your life and just realizing maybe this isn't for me and maybe this is what's holding me back. And it's just kind of like letting it go. It doesn't mean that you have to be a jerk about it, but it's just letting that energy go. All right, guys, that is it for number 2. Make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe, also comment below. Tell me if you chose this number. We are on to number 3, and that is Kunzite, and this is self-love. Ooh. So, according to the Crystal Bible, this is also tranquility, peace, connects with universal love. It enhances creativity, can dispel negativity, protects from unwanted energies, and it's free expression. Beautiful. Okay, so we also had 3 songs that came on during your reading. And those 3 songs were Closer by FKA Twigs, then Going to California by Led Zeppelin, and then Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots Part 2, The Flaming Lips. Hold on one second. Sorry, I had a tickle in my throat. It was so bad, so I had to cough. And I don't want to do that on camera. No one wants to hear that. All right. So we have, for your tarot cards, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and then clarified by the 5 of Cups. So there's something that has happened in the past, and you're really kind of focused on it. And this is going to be really a little bit vulgar. But I think for some of you, you're going to be like thinking about old, I'm just like past dick. That's like what keeps coming into mind. So it's like past physical relationships, past love, past passion, things like that. So you're going to be really like hanging out in the past for whatever reason this Leo season, or right before we hit it too. But the thing is you have to understand that this is an illusion. So you're kind of putting this past, when you're dwelling, you're putting it on a pedestal and you're saying that this was really, really good. I really like this, or I really like this person. We should have been together, blah, blah, blah. This is all an illusion because it didn't work out. Doesn't mean that I can't in the future, but like it's just not worth it. You need to really be focusing on the present. And that's going to be like one of your biggest Leo season messages right now, is being in the present. And with this Kunzite too, which is that self-love, like you need to be really focusing on loving yourself and not focusing on like, I'm guilty of this, where you are putting your worth on being in a relationship or things like that. And that's just not the case. So you just have to really be open and see that this is an illusion, especially when you get into that lower vibrational energy. It's an illusion. All right, then we have number 50, and that's alligator. This is about integration. It's appreciate what life has to offer. Something may have escaped your perception, and you need to reevaluate and become more flexible for solutions. So again, it's that illusion that's happening, and you just have to kind of like twerk, very sexual, but like tweak your perception on it and just say, you know what, this isn't it. So just keep that in mind and be able to be flexible on changing your insight on things. Then we have summer solstice radiance, and that is so beautiful. And it's just, for me, this energy is like, stop focusing on what has happened in the past, focus in the present, and focus on the positivity. Get into that mindset, get into that energy, and just feel the warmth of the sun and feel that just happiness. And then what just came to mind is vitamin D, which is from the sun, but I'm also thinking like, you know, past relationships. You know, that other vitamin D, you know what I'm saying? Then you have siege, which is quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So this is just telling me too, where like this is the time to really connect with yourself. This is not the time to be like, well, what about my summer love? What about this? You know, it's not. This is going to be for you the summer of self-love. This is going to be the summer of love for loving yourself. And you're going to really start to open up and see how beautiful of a person you are if you already haven't this summer. Then we have School of Stars, infinite possibilities. Once you start to get into this higher vibrational energy, you're going to really start to see all of the different possibilities. But we have to be really careful of this illusion energy that is happening too. So you're going to see all these different options, all these different possibilities. Don't get too wrapped up in one different option. Explore all of your options, because you never know, the one that you didn't take the chance on might be the best option for you and for what you want in your life. Then we have number 11, Pluto transformation. You are going to be coming into, why are all the words I'm using so sexual? I'm so sorry. But you are going to be experiencing this massive transformation that's going on and with that Pluto energy. And I think you're going to be really surprised once you really hone in on that self-love and tranquility and peace and being alone and being by yourself. I think you're going to see this like radical transformation, and it's going to be chef's kiss. It's going to be amazing. Then your last card is number 14, Immortal Treasures. I got to be honest with you, I've never gotten this card. Because the artwork does not look familiar, and it's just beautiful. All right, so it is number 14, Immortal Treasures. You carry within you precious immortal treasures, beloved. They exist beyond life and death, belonging to the celestial, heavenly realms of the divine presence within you. Kuan now guides you to honor these treasures, the gifts of your soul, which include the ability that you have to transmit healing. Honor yourself as a healer, beloved. Whether you formally or informally, your soul brings a special healing light to humanity. You have a divine support in your role as a healer. In whatever way, usual or highly unusual, this is unfolding for you now. So you are in this energy of healing. And I think once you actually start to get into this self-love and you start to really do the work of this peace and tranquility, you're going to see how much you can heal yourself. And then you're going to actually open yourself to helping others as well. What a beautiful energy. Well, make sure you do like this video, hit subscribe. Also, comment below, tell me if you got that message. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. If you're interested in doing a tarot reading with me, a private tarot reading, go check out my website, witchofboise.com, to see the details of what I have to offer. But thanks so much for all of your support. I know that this is not a very huge channel, and I just really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and we will hang out soon.